Hey, what's up guys, TechTine here, and I am back again with a brand new video. And I just want to take a second and just say thank you all so much for watching my content. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. Some really exciting content is coming soon, so that way you don't miss out on more videos. Also, make sure you follow my Instagram for sneak previews, and if you have any questions, DM me there. I respond fairly quickly. So yeah, my Instagram will be linked in the description below. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the bread and butter of today's video. In front of me, I do have the all-new Samsung Galaxy A03, and I'm kind of excited about this just because this is going to be the successor of the Galaxy A02, which was a rather decent low-budget device. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the unboxing itself. In the box itself, you do get some paperwork, and underneath it is the phone itself. Now, this is really where things kind of get a little bit frustrating, just because other than the SIM tool, this is it. That's all you get in the box. So the international model of the Galaxy A03, I believe it comes with the USB-C to USB-C cord, but the US models just don't. And I just want to say that there's just no justifiable excuse for this, and I want to make a separate video talking about the whole issue. Here's the phone itself in all of its glory, and I'm gonna just take it out of its plastic real quick. All right, so here it is. I want to spend a day or two just so that I can give you guys a proper impression. So let me do that. Let me spend a day or two with it, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, so it's been 2 days since I've unboxed this phone, and I'm ready to give you guys my thoughts on it. All right, so let's start with the design and build quality itself. So this phone is made entirely out of plastic, and that's understandable on the fact that they need to keep the cost down. And the back has also these lines that are made to provide texture for the phone. And in addition to that, there's this curve on the sides to also help with the grip. And also the back has a triple camera setup, which we will talk about later on in the video. On the bottom of the phone, you do have your bottom-facing speaker, as well as your USB-C port and the headphone port, which is definitely here to stay. So the headphone port is still around in 2022, but you can't include a charger. So you can include a headphone port, but not a charger. LOFNL, right? Okay, anyway, on the right-hand side, you do have the power button, which doubles as a fingerprint sensor, and the fingerprint sensor was actually missing from the A02 from last year. So that's a nice addition from Samsung. And you also have the volume buttons, which are clicky, tactile, so they do have a decent amount of travel. So that's definitely a thumbs up. Now, moving on to the screen. So the A03 has a 1600 by 720p panel, and while the resolution isn't crazy, the quality itself, right? The quality of the panel is really good for the price that you're paying for this phone. And the colors are vivid, they're bright. They definitely this screen overall definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Now, its downside, of course, is that it's not really high resolution, but it gets a pass since it is a sub $180 smartphone. The specs themselves. So the specifications on this phone are the following. So you do have a octa-core chip. Now, it doesn't support 5G or anything like that, so keep your expectations at a minimum with this device. And the processor is accompanied by 3 gigabytes of RAM, as well as a not so much ideal 32 gigabytes of storage. But on the contrary, you do have a massive 5000 milliamp hour battery, which means that the battery life is made to last on this phone. So that's always a plus. Now, as far as the daily tasks go and actual real world performance, it's okay, right? It runs basic apps quick and smooth. However, there is something that I noticed, and I know I just said smooth, but it's not really that smooth, just because it's kind of buggy. So from time to time, there are basic apps that crash, but that can easily be fixed with a software update. Let's talk about the camera system itself. So this phone does have a triple camera setup. So you have the following specs on the camera. So it's a 13, 2 and 2, which means that the main sensor is a 13 megapixel camera. You also have a 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. There is a subtle protrusion to the camera, but it's not really that bad. And the front camera is a 5 megapixel sensor. So I can tell you this already. If you had the A02, then this is already a better and a much improved camera system than before. Now, a full camera review will be coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed so that way you can stay tuned for that. But as far as the picture quality itself, it's okay, right? It's better than last year's A02. This sample picture here is a decent example. So there is a fair amount of color, sharpness, and detail, and the exposure is good so far. So I really just need to take more pictures with it, take videos with it, and give you guys a proper full camera review, so stay tuned for that. So overall, I do have some mixed impressions, right? On one hand, it seems like an upgrade from the A02, but on the other hand, is it worth it? So I really need to spend some more time with it to give you guys a proper full review so I can give this phone its fair chance. So let's end it here. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed my content, like I said, make sure you like and subscribe. And stay tuned for more coverage on this device. The unboxing of the Galaxy A13 5G is also coming up, so make sure you subscribe for that. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.